non-financial and bottom line. I would say we can really put human, animal, and financial. In terms of human, you're looking to measure, if you have a large practice, some of your indicators and measurements might be around your employee satisfaction as well. Your employee turnover. Turnover is expensive as all get out in terms of a sustainable practice. The hiring, the training, the potential disrupted relationships with your clients. So certainly your measurement can affect there. We've talked about animal care, how you can, and this is not an area where I'm an expert, but I'm sure there are indicators that you would think of for what you would define as quality animal care that you would want to look at. Are people bringing animals back a second time for something that should have been involved the first time? Or to what extent are they following up on their treatment protocols? Those are all the animal care issues. And then you have just the overall, as we talked about a little bit with client satisfaction. So you have these three areas that your measurement is about. And the way you would use the measurement results you're getting is to understand where you are and set priorities for moving ahead. So suppose you see a problem that in your satisfaction studies, people love the veterinary care, they are excited about following up on the treatment protocol, but they didn't have a very good experience with the office staff, and so they're not really sure if they're going to come back or recommend you. That would suggest in your daily work that maybe you need some training. Maybe you need to do some informal observation of how folks are doing. Maybe you want to look at a program like mystery shopping. This is so popular in business where people send in folks to have an experience and then to report back on things like, was I greeted promptly? Was I addressed by name? Did the person care appropriately for my pet? Now, it could be a little tricky for veterinarians. It's not like we're sending somebody in to buy a dress. I realize we have to have some credibility as somebody with an animal. It's a little more complex, but just think for a moment of the kinds of things you could learn and how that could benefit the animals under your care and your practice and you personally if you had these kinds of measures that then let you say, here's where we're excelling, here's where we'd like to be doing better, and now what do we need to be doing day in and day out in the front office, in our practice, and even in follow-up to improve on the places that we want to improve.